Hello, Havocs. My name is Crystal, and I'm here today to welcome you to talk about the Libtastic game at Grand Canyon University men's basketball. And this game in particular took place this past Saturday. It was a neutral site event at the Footprint Center in Phoenix. Now, the Footprint Center is where the Phoenix Suns play. So we had the opportunity to play at an NBA place, which is pretty cool, I think. It has a few wrinkles as far as sometimes where the 3 point line, I'm told, is a little bit different than what we're used to in college. So that can be confusing in that respect. But aside from that, it was fine, you know. It was fun. I thought it was cool that we played there. And this was the Colangelo Classic was the name of this invitational event, named after Mr. Jerry Colangelo himself, who is a big name in the sports world. He used to oversee the USA basketball team. That's how big he is. You know, he just did, what his final one, a couple of years ago now, I guess. That was his last one and he founded the Suns, I believe, as well as the Diamondbacks. All the big sports stuff, he's got his handprints all over. And then at GCU, he is oversees the Colangelo School of Business. So he's got that business acumen as well as sports acumen. Very, very big deal. So at the Colangelo Classic at the Footprint Center, we had this cool event. It was 4 games in one day. No, GCU did not play all 4 games. There were 4 different games playing, so it was 8 teams came for this event, and we were the last of the pair to play. We were, and so we closed the night out. Is the way it worked that Saturday, and we played the Portland Pilots. Now, last Saturday, or last week, excuse me, I believe I said University of Portland, and it's mainly because I really didn't know how that flowed, because I know there's Portland State, and how do you keep them separate? So, but they go by Portland Pilots, so I'm gonna call them Portland Pilots. And another thing that's interesting about them is that they too love purple. So there'll be black purple and there'll be white purple, and it should all work, I think. That's how I'm going to kind of flow it, at least for now. So, at any rate, we had that, and a few things that made me really look forward to another Lotastic game. First of all, it was cool to see Scott Williams and Barry Butel call the game. Normally these neutral site games, we get neutral site commentators, but this time I get the treat of my favorite commentators for television, Barry Butel and Scott Williams. I miss having Kate Longworth, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad, huh? I just like their energy, and I like the way they vibe with each other. I really appreciate them a lot. So yeah, that was great. And then also the Havocs. Having the Havocs back was just awesome. Because I think they're technically out of school, but they made the trip anyway. It ain't far from the school itself. So if you live in the neighborhood, why not come? We had the cheerleaders come, we had the band come, we had Thunder come, dance team was there. It was awesome. It was just plain awesome. And it's a luxury to have that. I love the theater that is on display when GCU does basketball. That's what draws me more than anything else. So that was cool. But anyway, and then on to the game itself. The game itself went rather well. We were hitting our buckets and things like that, and things were kind of, going along normal. And then finally, after 11 months of waiting and wishing, we have the arrival of Jovan Blackshear Jr. number 10 himself, aka Nuna. He had been away for 11 months due to a torn ACL injury, and it's all been fixed, or as fixed as I can see, and he's all looking good and healthy, and he took the court. And when he did, everyone cheered. I know I did. I definitely cheered, you know. And so that went well. It was just nice seeing him on there. And he looked like he never left. He looked like the freshman I met. He's a grad student, actually. He's a fifth-year senior. But he looked like that student, you know, that I met, you know, years ago on the floor, you know. Actually, I take it back, because I think he was a little bit more wide-eyed, as any freshman would be back then. He was very good, but I think he was a little more wide-eyed. Here he took the floor like he knew exactly what he was doing, and he knew what it meant. So it was awesome. And then Javon Blackshear Jr. hit a three, and the crowd went wild. I went wild. I ran around my apartment. It was awesome. It was just plain awesome, you know? And so it was cool in that respect. And everything else became gravy that night. You know, starting with the end of the first half, we were up by 13. And that was cool. We had 41, they had 28. Awesome. Awesome sauce, right? And but I knew, you know, as much as I love that, I try not to relax too much. Now, if we had like a 25-point lead, I may relax more or something crazy like that. But this was a, you know, 13-point lead, which can get erased if you're being sloppy. It really can. It doesn't take a few threes, you know, a few free throws, and it's gone, you know. So the second half started, and I guess we all got the message to not let that 13-point lead evaporate, you know, because it didn't. The most it went down in the second half was 10, and that was, but we kept on the gas, and I have to give credit where credit's due. First of all, as I celebrated Javon Blackshear Jr., which was well deserved, but I also must celebrate the WAC Player of the Week, Gabe McLaughlin, the young Skywalker himself. At Liberty, he finished the game at Liberty, making his 999th point. And at this game, he got that extra point, which means he joined the 1K club. He is now a part of an elite group of GCU men's basketball players who have made 1,000 points or more in their career at GCU. By the way, Javon Blackshear Jr. is also in that club. You know, fun fact. But also interesting, historical, not to go too far back historically, Josh Braun is in there, Alejandro Lever is in there, Dwayne Russell, I believe, is also in there. And I mean, it's a small group. I want to say 27 people, 27 guys are in that group. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty darn cool that he made it in there. He got 26 points, Gabe did, at this game. But then he also got 11 rebounds. So he got a double-double. And I believe that's his 19th career double-double. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, more awesomeness to go around. Tyon Grant Foster, TGF himself. He got 20 points. And he's still, you know, doing his own, you know, blocking and rebounding and passing. And he's getting more and more every day. And, you know, for a guy to get 20 points after not playing for a couple of years, I just find that to be impressive. Don't you find that to be impressive? I do. I do. And there's that. Ray Harrison, who is, you know, Mr. Share the Sugar himself. He got 11 points, which is great. I happen to love Sidney Curry. He didn't get a double-double, but he got 8 points and 8 rebounds, and I love the intensity and the and the nimbleness of which he works, because when he gets that ball in the basket, he gets that ball in the basket. No doubt about it, as Barry Butel would say. Um, and it's I would be scared to be a ball in Sidney Curry's hands, because he just puts. I would be scared to be the basket if I was around Sidney Curry. If I were a basket, I'd try to run away. If I was, if I thought Sidney Curry was coming around here, because he's just that forceful. It's awesome to watch. It truly is. There's that. Also, and I don't remember how many points, but I do know he did. Except I do know he did rather well. But Colin Moore, SEMO himself, he was hitting them threes, and I believe Scott Williams says, yeah, that hoop is as big as a hula hoop in his eyes now. Now you see, the other commentators don't say things like that. That's why I like Scott Williams and Barry Butel. They get to say things like that. But it was nice. I mean, it was an all around team effort. Team. Um, and then we got around over a 20-point lead. And usually once we get to over a 20-point lead, Coach Drew will then have some of our more senior players, get on the bench, have some of our more junior players or freshman, sophomore come on. So Derek Michael Xaviero took the floor, and he got a block and a couple of rebounds. Crowd favorite Noah Ammenheiser took the floor, and that was great to see as well. And Marquise Josephs took the floor, so that was cool in that respect. Just to give them the opportunity to play on an NBA stage. You don't get that every day, so it was nice. So when it was all said and done, the Portland Pilots got 63 points. GCU men's basketball got 91 points. We won by 28 points. Amazing. It was just fun. It was fun to watch a game and not be stressed out, not be contemplating watching cat videos, not be, saying, well, maybe I should get ready for church instead because this game is stressing me out. No, it was nice to just watch and enjoy it, and that was our 9th win of the season. We are now 9-1. We've won 9 games, only lost 1, South Carolina. And if I recall, Paul Coro said that we haven't had that good of a record at this stage since 2005. I will check those numbers later, but I believe that is correct. I thought he was exaggerating personally, because I remembered 2021, 2022 year being really good at this stage. But that was 9-2. We were 9-2 at that point. So to be 9-1, it's been a minute. So that's pretty sweet. That's pretty darn sweet that we got into. And because of this, I get to go all nerdy with all of the stuff that it means and things like that. First of all, I found out that we are now doing this thing called building a resume. I did not know you did that in basketball. And the way we're doing that is highlighting quad 1 wins. I don't fully understand these quads, but from what I do understand, quad 1 in basketball is the top 75 basketball programs in NCAA Division 1. And we have beaten 3 quad 1 teams at this point in time. That was San Francisco, San Diego, and Liberty. Were all quad 1 wins. Only 5 other schools at this point have done that. We're one of 6. That's amazing. I've always loved our program. I've always loved how we do things. but to get it at this level is amazing. It opens so many doors. Bigger schools, higher schools would actually may actually want to come to our house and play because we're at their level, assuming we keep this up, which I hope we do. So this is cool. This is very, very cool. Um, Another super nerdy thing I like to talk about is this thing called the net. Now, last time we spoke, I mentioned that we were at 37. Well, after that win against the Portland Pilots, we're now at 31. That's crazy. I mean, to like I said, we were at around 105 or something like that this time last year, maybe even 110. You know, um, we were good, but I mean, we weren't always consistent. And we've gotten some consistent wins finally. It's so nice to see. It really is absolutely unbelievable to see this. Um, and I'm just thankful for it. So now we have to look forward to our next game, which is going to be on Wednesday, December 20th. And we're going to play Sam Houston State University. I tried practicing the acronyms, but saying the acronyms, my tongue gets all tangled up. My tongue gets all tangled up. So Sam Houston is just simply easier for me to say. So we're going to be playing Sam Houston on Wednesday the 20th. Now, Sam Houston, up until last year, they spent 2 years with us in the WAC, but they moved to Conference USA or CUSA to be in their conference, and Conference USA and Western Athletic Conference, or the WAC, they had a little powwow and said, "Hey, why don't we match up our teams and have them play each other? You can have one at home and one away. We'll have one at home and one away, and it'll build us up because we're kind of we'll build up strength for strength. We kind of have a better idea of what we're getting. We don't have to hunt as much for other people to come and play us and things of that nature." That'd be a cool idea. I think it's a cool idea. I agree with it. Everybody plays one at home and one away. We already did our one away playing Liberty, and now we're going to do one at home playing Sam Houston on Wednesday the 20th. Our last game before the holidays, before Christmas. So looking forward to it. So I hope you enjoyed me regaling you all about the Lobtastic game of Grand Canyon University men's basketball. If you liked this video, please do not forget to also like this video. Smash that like button. And also, last I checked, I had 14 subscribers. You guys are wonderful. You guys are just so Lobtastic. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, but I would love to get more. I know there's more of you out there. Please subscribe to my channel. I think the more we can get to subscribe, the longer we can keep our winning streak going. Now, I don't know for a fact that that's true, but it could be the reason why. You never know. So hit that subscribe button and hit the notification button also, so that you know when I'm going to drop another video. Like this video, comment below. Tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like. What did I miss? What did I get? What questions came up, things of that nature. And also look in the descriptions, because I'm going to have a couple of articles from Paul Coro, one about the game and one about the whole net thing will be in there. I'm going to have a little highlight video of the game in there. Anytime I find any kind of little Easter eggs, I like to put them in the description. So go on there and get a look-see for all that stuff as well. So that being said, my name is Crystal. Thank you for watching me talk about this Lobtastic game. And lips up!